Now this chapter number 2, that very first topic, and it's the introduction part, and that is rest and motion. You make a heading in your notebook, children, that the very first topic is about rest and motion. That first, let me ask you with some children, what do you mean by rest? What is rest?
An object is not moving
An
or
object
any
is
force is acting
stationary.
on
The
it.
objects is not moving and is fixed.
But there is no force acting on an object.
Okay.
When an
Movement.
object is stationary and no force is
No
acting
force.
upon it to make it move.
Okay. Some students saying when there is no force acting on an object. Some are saying when the object at rest. When some are saying that when object doesn't change its position. So that is called a rest. Yeah, that your answers are correct. Now here, children, if you see this picture, this image, and a TV is there, or TV placed on a stand, TV at rest position. Another example, this fan here. This fan is in motion or rest, that this fan is at rest. I can see here there are various objects in my room. I can see that my glass of milk is at rest position. It is right now, it is at my study table and it is at rest position. Behind me, AC, ceiling fan, my books. They are not changing their position by itself. So now, to understand the meaning of what do you mean by rest position, Vishwa, I received one answer in chat book that Vishwa said that it is when the net force acting on the object are zero. Good, excellent. So if our body doesn't change its position with respect to surrounding, then the body is said to be at rest. Now listen carefully. There are different ways to explain the meaning of rest, but the basic definition is when object doesn't change their position with respect to surroundings, then the body is said to be at rest. Or even another definition, another way, when the object doesn't change its position with respect to time. With respect to time, children, that it is very important. With respect to, this word is very important. Please pay attention on this word, with respect to. With respect to whom? With respect to surroundings, with respect to time. Time means, we have started class at 9:30, and we have now around 9:40. In this last 10 minutes, I see that the AC is still at its position. And here in the picture, this TV is there, this TV is there, and the fan is there at its own position. They're not changing their position. Even the time has passed, time is moving, but still the objects are there. Right now here, I see that the case is sitting in the one particular position from the last 10 minutes. She is at rest position. She's at rest position. All of you, I'm also at rest position. I'm not changing. Even, I am just moving my hands at that, but I'm sitting at one particular place. I'm not changing my position. I cannot cover any distance. That is the meaning of the rest. The body is said to be at rest when it doesn't change its position with respect to surrounding or with respect to time. Now let's move to the next. Now here, observe this diagram. Observe this picture carefully, children. What's happening here?
Objects are moving.
Objects are moving.
Yeah,
Objects are moving. Just focus on the car. The car is moving. The car is changing its position, as well as that the object is changing its position with respect to surrounding, with respect to me, with respect to you. The car is moving, changing its position with respect to surrounding means we are the surrounding. Even the surrounding means the surrounding here, that the fan is there. With respect to fan, this car is moving. And time is changing, and with respect to time, the car is also changing its position. But in the case of this fan, even though that the fan overall, if you consider that the overall fan is at rest position, but in respect to the blade, motion of blade, that you can see they are rotating. Blades are changing their position. They are in rotations motion, they're rotating about the axis. But if you see the overall, this system, a fan at a rest position, but if you see the blades of the fan, they are moving, they are rotating about some axis. So these are the examples for the motion. And even that in my room, I can see, I can't see, but that air particles are here that are in continual motions, in random motion, that the particles are in motions. They are in motion. So motions, again, you can say that object is said to be into motion when it changes its position. Yeah, the definition with respect to time, what they have used now, and with respect to surroundings also. Both are important with respect to time, with respect to surroundings. Please make a note of this. Now, children, next. Now, one question for all of you. Look careful this picture. Look carefully this picture, children. Observe it carefully.
Sir,
Yes, please.
the motion's definition is if a body changes its position with respect to surrounding and time, right?
Yeah, with respect to surrounding, with respect to time. Correct. Now, children, here, observe this diagram one more time. What's happening and what is the question? The question is, are the passengers in the bus are at rest or in motion?
In motion.
Okay, I received one answer that
To
is in motion. Okay, anyone other children? Passengers sitting in bus, they are in motion or at rest position?
With respect to the position they're sitting in the bus, we could say that they're in rest, but with
Yeah.
respect to the distance they have traveled, we could say that they're in motion.
I
Yes.
think, sir, because they have like
restrictive environment they are
the
in.
bus.
They're dragged by the bus.
Yeah.
Other children also please respond. All of you children, already you studied in your lower classes. Please involve yourself in discussion. Vishwa, Akhilesh, Ashdev, you just please always give your suggestions, please put your response.
So
Or
it's,
Sir, I think they're at rest.
they are
I
okay.
think they're in motion because they're like changing
I think
their
it really
position.
Now children, now
It's
let
like
me,
both.
yeah, okay.
I think it depends on what you're looking at.
Okay. Thank you, children. Thank you for your response. Now listen carefully. What's happening here? Some students, someone has said that they are at rest position. If you say they are at rest position, that your answer is still, it is partly correct or partly wrong. That your statement is not complete. Your answer is not complete. If I say that passengers are in rest position with respect to their fellow passengers, with respect to. Okay, children, are you getting this point? All this, I can see that the 4 people are sitting here. That in this, let me stop it.
Sir, can you repeat the answer
Yeah,
again?
yeah, I'm repeating. Just wait a minute. I want to pause this. Now here in this bus, okay, I will say this is bus. I count that the 1, 2, 3, 4 people are there. 4 passengers are there. Even that the bus is in motion, I will say bus is moving. And but all these people, 4 people, they are at rest with respect to what? With respect to their fellow being. With respect to their fellow being, because the first person, like the first guy, is not changing its position with respect to second, with respect to third, and with respect to fourth, and similarly all of them. All of them are at rest position with respect to. Remember, children, that the surroundings word is very important here. Surrounding word is very important. motion actually that in our next classes we are going to discuss. It's a relative term. It's depend on the frame of reference, children. What is the frame of reference? We are also going to discuss. But now here, these four people, the person who are sitting in a bus, they are at rest position, but all these people, they are in motion. With whom? With whom, children?
The bus.
People outside the bus.
Yes, the people, the person who are waiting for the bus, the person who are standing, you can see on the road. With respect to these people, that all these four persons and the car and the bus, these are in motion. Even on the other side, children, on the other side, if I say, Gandhi said that no, but the force didn't act upon the passenger, so they are experiencing inertia. Yeah, they are at rest position. Definitely, they are at rest position because in respect of what? In respect of their fellow being. Now, children, on the other side, you observe this case carefully. The bus is moving, bus is in motion, and I have to go back. Yeah, here. Now, what about these people? Are they in motion? Are they changing their position with respect to time?
No.
No,
No.
they are at
No.
rest position.
No.
They are waiting for the bus. They are at rest position, but they are rest position with whom? With respect to what?
Surroundings.
With respect to surroundings. With respect to surroundings. With respect to surroundings means with respect to these people. With respect to these people. But what about that the people who are in this bus, passengers in this bus, what do they see? When this bus crossed, these people were standing, waiting for the bus. What will happen? What they will see? They see that the people are at rest position or they are in motion.
They
Rest.
see that the people in the bus stop are like moving from
Motion.
forward to backwards
Yeah.
in relative to the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now come to
Relative.
the point. Now, children, come to the point. Now let me stop sharing here. Let's just do some discussion. Now, what happens, children? Suppose you are going on a trip with your parents or friends, and you are in a car. Driver is running a car, and when you observe, when you see outward, and you find that plants, you are moving in the forward direction, and the plants and all the things which you see outside, it appears that they are going in the backward direction, even though the plants are at rest position with the people who are in that area. Plants, plants cannot move. But you see from your moving car that the things outside, that it's an electricity pillar, it's a mall of Indonesia, or it's a Arthur Gading mall, anything. If you are moving forward and you find that the objects are going in backward directions. So it's a matter of, it's a relative term. One thing can be in rest with respect to something, and the same thing can be in motion with respect to some other thing. It's a very surprising, it's very interesting fact. And listen again, what I'm saying, what I'm trying to tell you, children, one object, it can be at rest position with respect to one situation, and the same object can be in motion with respect to some other situation. So what are these other situations? Just consider the example of plants.
So if there is force acting on it, how can it be in motion?
Who? Vansh?
But if the rest object has no force acting on it, so how can it be in motion with respect to other object which is moving?
Yeah, with respect to other, we can consider Vansh here. Even though that overall, if I say now, one case on a plant, just consider one electricity pole at the highway. Overall forces acting on that electricity pole is 0, or the resultant force, whatever the force is acting on that, and that's why it is stationary at one particular position. But with respect to you, With respect to you means you are moving, you're driving a car, you're running a cycle, and you find that the same electric pole, it is going in the backward direction. So in that situation, what you will say that the same electricity pole is in motion with respect to you, because you are observing. But the person who is standing near to the electricity pole, for that person, electric pole will find that it is a stationary, it is not moving. So that you have to understand this term, children, that it's a relative term. Let me go back to the slides and you will find some more interesting facts about the motion. So I'm here. Passengers in the bus are at rest relative to each other. Already discussed this point. And passengers in the bus are in motion relative to people at bus stop. Okay, correct. And any other? Just again, the definition of this rest and motion. If you want to note down, children, you can note down the proper definition. A body is said to be at rest when there is no change of position with respect to time, and motion is change of position with respect to time. Please note down it first. Now, children, let's discuss something about this frame of reference. This frame of reference is also very important. And what is this? How to define a system of coordinate axes with respect to which an event can be described. An event can be described. Now, for example, in the previous images, from the previous pictures, children, and from the previous slide, the frame of reference. Frame of reference means the people who were standing outside, who were waiting for the bus at the bus stop. That is one frame of reference. And with that frame of reference, that the bus is in motion, that the bus is moving, and the passengers, they are moving, they are in motion. That is one frame of reference. That is the meaning of frame of reference. Another frame of reference is that the people who are sitting in the bus, what they observe. What they observe? What they observe?
People at rest are in motion.
Yeah, they observe that their fellow passengers, they are at rest position, and they see that the other people who are waiting at the bus stand, they are also in motion, but in opposite directions.
Sir,
Yes, please.
the frame of reference is like point of view, right?
Prime point of view. Yes, it is a point of view. How you are looking, how you are observing, and from where you are observing, at what situations, how you are looking for any object. That is the basic meaning of the frame of reference. Frame of reference, that it depends. In with respect to what? With respect to what? That is very important, children. Let me move ahead. Again, that we already discussed this point, children, that the rest and motions are relative terms. Relative terms mean that one object in one position, it can be at rest position, but the same object in the some other frame of reference, it can be in motion. That you can see here, one frame of reference, the people are standing, waiting at the bus stop, and for them that the bus will appear, that is in motion, the passengers are in motions. Another frame of reference, that the bus, that's the view. You note down motion of an object is always with respect to some frame of reference. It's a relative term. It's a relative term, children, that please remember. And if you look Earth from some other planet, from other planet, or maybe from the space, you will find that everything is in motion. Everything is in motions. So with respect to the person who is in space, find that the Earth is in rotation. It is moving. Every object is in motion. So it's a relative term. Now, we have already discussed this. A body can be at rest on motion with respect to some frame of reference. There is no frame of reference which is perfectly at rest. Everything is in motion. That is the meaning of this line. A man in a moving train is at rest with respect to co-passenger, but the same person is in motion with respect to what? The person who are outside the train. It's understood. It's very clear, children. If you have traveled in a train, children, that when you are in a train, you are at rest position with respect to your co-passengers, but the same train passengers are in motion with respect to the people who are outside. It's a matter of frame of reference.